They are not telling us the truth about what truly is out there in the Indian Ocean and all the other oceans around the world, where you have something up there that is like glowing, and they want us to think that it's UFOs. They want us to think that it's lightning when you know it's not lightning, when you know it's something much different, something totally different than lightning up there in the sky. Lightning would not glow like this, okay? It wouldn't. I mean, it would flash, but it wouldn't stay like this. And these movements that were in the Indian Ocean, in the cloud cover above it, no, they were glowing. You've seen those clouds that glow. They look like there's big UFOs in them. Big UFO ships, small UFO ships. That's, hello, Applebrooks, honey. That's what these things look like. They want to call them UAPs now because they don't want people thinking about the UFOs. They don't. But really, let's think about this. Gina, what is it looking like? Hello. Well, it looks like a super bright UFO. Could even be like a plasma-like ship up there, but it's advanced technology. It's not a normal cloud. You ever see those bright clouds come near you in the sky? Hello. So I'm going to go over there, you all. This is, I want to come over here. I want to get to, what did you want to get to, Gina? Wait a second. I wanted to, how on earth did I find this on my computer? Okay, I'm going to find it, you all. I'm going to find what I was looking for right here. I want to show you this. I want you to watch this timestamp right here. This is from the, it was an ISS video as the ISS was going over the Indian Ocean. And I might have shown it a long, long time ago, but I don't know if I went through every individual screenshot. Look at this right here. You can see it. It's like down here in this area. This is the area that we're looking at. Right down here at the bottom as it's going over this one area. And you know, it looks like it's headed toward Australia, but this is, thinking it's the Indian Ocean. What's it say it is? It's the current position. I labeled it the Indian Ocean. Watch this, you all. So we got it going right here. Can you hear me? It's great. You can hear me. That's great. Hello there, Frank. Hello, Justice. Now watch this. These things, they would move. The great big object would move, and these other smaller things would move too. See, look at this. Now it's right there. And these are a different type of a glow. These are like a solid, super white glow. These right here are not so much, but they're yellowish. But this right here was a super white glow. And it doesn't look like lightning. It doesn't. When it was moving, see, now look at them. There's like 3 of them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. The shape of them is different too. But they're high above the cloud. You can even see it look like they got kind of like a shadow underneath them. You can. We got good sound. That's great. We got shadow underneath them. They're still here. I know I've got a video of it somewhere in here. I want to look at how they're moving. They're moving just like this. They move so fast. But what are they doing up there, really? And this was a very prominent area that they would show up in. What are they doing up there? Can you see them? You think that's lightning? No, it's not lightning. There's no way it's lightning. I wonder what it would look like if we did an inverted mode. If we took this and we brought up an inverted mode viewer to see what it would look like. I haven't looked at it under that, but I will. I see what it looks like in the inverted mode. Once I get over there. Can you get over there? We can get over there, right there. See what it looks like. Let's bring that down. They're even showing up with some straight lines in this embossing. So that's, let's keep going. See, this is the inverted mode, so that, you know, they can see they're solid. Let's see. Okay, they don't look too much different to you. I just wanted to look at it in the inverted mode. Where were we at? This would be like right here. You can see them at the distance as they move around. They're still setting there. They congregate together, and yet they move right like that. Can y'all see them? That's great. Gina, honey, we can see them. I know you can see them, but I think that they must have a base here. It really, if you look at this right over here, it looks like maybe they also probably went over here the way that this area is glowing. This whole area. And there could be a very big base under the water here in this area. Where are we located at? You all look at this. This is the location that it was at right here. It looks like it's off the coast of Australia, maybe? Something like that is what it looks like. Yeah. So let's keep going. Oh yeah, so it really does. It looks like one of those ships. It's a ship. It's some kind of a plasma ship. Super bright. It's like it's over there. It's over here. They're not like web plasma at all, because they're not these are way too bright to be like a web plasma ship. Way too bright. Flying around, floating around in the clouds with this ISS, and you don't hear nothing about them on the news. If they were to show it you all, let's look at this. See how it's glowing now. What is near this area that they would be interested in? I don't think it's Cthulhu. It kind of looks like there's like something great big and black on top of this right here, when if you were to look at it. I mean, there could be a great big black ship on top of the white that's right there. It really does kind of look like that. Let's keep looking, because you can see it moves around. This is kind of it's all over the place. I'm not sure if the ISS is open. Okay, oh, see, you see what happened? This one, this ship right here, it moved down here to this ship. So watch what happens when we do that. It moved. It came down here, and now there was only one right here in this area. They look like they, I wonder if they're light ships. Like they have the ability to connect to one another. They very well could be. Can you see them moving from your end? Stretching out, because that's what they're doing. They're stretching themselves out up there. You can see the curvature of the earth. Well, they've got it looking like a curvature. They do. This seems to be like the hub right up here. Let's keep looking. As it goes, you can see them moving, moving, moving. Can y'all see them moving around? Look how big look how big they got. Can you see that? It's got massive. It's like a big mothership showed up. Okay, it starts small right here. It gets a tad bit bigger. A tad bit bigger. A tad bit bigger. Just a little bit more. It's taking more of a shape. And it's getting even bigger right there. Okay, there's no telling how big it is compared to the landmass. It's down there. It's wild. And then look at this one right here. That's not a normal cloud either at all. It isn't. A spinning ball, I don't think it's really a spinning ball. And then it splits up. It splits up again. I want to see, they travel inside the clouds. Can you see it moving like that? Watch it. Watch this thing right here go inside the cloud. I should put it on one thing. But it does. It like weaves its way underneath the cloud structure. And it looks like it's in half. But what if it isn't? What if that's the whole body of it going underneath the clouds? So it really could be. Let's keep going. I know you can't probably see it that well. They just keep popping up more and more. Are you all able to see it at that distance? Gina, no, we're not. It's too far away. I want to see if... Oh, Gina, you're going way too fast. It's like that. I'm trying to see if when they shrink down... I think when they shrink down, they turn to a lighter color, is what it looks like they do. Oopsie. See how massive it is. Super massive. And it's getting closer to Australia. A tad bit closer as the ISS goes over. This is like a hotbed of activity right here. And it's not lightning at all. It's something much different. Very much different. This color of cloud cover, it's really ominous when it comes to UFOs. When you see this like dirty looking color, you ever see the dirty looking sandy like brown like color of clouds? They just hanging in the sky, and they look totally out of place. If you can see them where you're at, just like this color of clouds, they just suspended in the sky. Just they're not on the sides of the sky. No, they're suspended over your head. Minus these right here, but the gray, this grayish tannish things. There's something about them that get in the sky. Squares. It just pointed out. Yeah. A lot of them. There could be a whole bunch of squares combined and stuff. Make a great big gigantic square, like a big cube. Still over there like that. It could be a whole bunch. It really could. I wouldn't say that it isn't. See how they're spreading out. But you never hear nothing about them. You don't. It's like out of sight, out of mind. You know they're up there. But why don't they talk about them? And there looks like there's smaller ones to them. Literally, it would look like a great big... excuse me, like a square right there, black square. You know they're bound to be communicating with somebody on Earth. They're bound to. It's bound to be communicating with people on Earth. They just keep popping up. I need a drink of water. Okay, we got this. Okay, I got it. It's popping up more and more. If you're just tuning in, purple squares and stuff around the light. Yeah, you can see the purple around it, which is really kind of interesting. It's like some form of plasma stuff. But yet they're so bright, super bright. I wonder if these are like those ships that like literally, they like a cloud that can manifest in the sky like a great big rainbow ship. I wonder if these things could do that like in the sky itself, is what I wonder. half cloaked or something. There's something to those colors. It's like they get smaller, then they get bigger. The ufology, they won't discuss it. No, they don't want to show it. They're terrified, is what they are. Totally terrified. Gina, you going too fast. I don't know why I took so many screenshots. I know why I did it. Because I put it into a video is what I did. I took screenshots and screenshots and screenshots to try to put together a video of them moving. I wonder what I did with the video, you all. I wonder what I did with it, because they just popping up all over the place. Let me see if I got it on here. Do I got the video of this? No, I don't. Where is the video of this? I wonder if it's in the video section, you all. Let me put this back to me for one moment. I'd like to find it in the video section if I could, but I may not be able to. No, it's not right there. It could have already been disappeared on here. I want to see if I can see it. I'm going to type in the Indian Ocean or ISS. Wonder if I got an ISS video. Shoot. Can't find it. Cannot find the ISS video that I had on this. And the ones that I have, they got like zero things on them. It's like I got these videos and there's nothing on them, is what it's like. And all I'm left with is the one thing. You all, let me see if I can come over here and pull it up. The ISS tracker. It's called the ISS tracker. They spot the station. Now I don't want this. I mean, I don't want this ISS tracker right here. I wanted the different ISS tracker. If I could find it. Where is it at right now? We're going to see if we can pop it up. It's going to pop it. Jeannie, you like that word, pop it? It's my new word in my vocabulary. It is. This is. It does not want to load it. Look up the static ISS tracker. It's really hard, you all. Now, I'm not going to come over here to my station. The current position. Well, it's like right there. So it's currently in between Africa. That's where it's at. And this is not good at all. It isn't. Can you see it? You can see it. I guess you could even, I don't know if you could do it. Where is the ISS real tracker? You can see it going across the sky. I don't want that space.com. It's on my other computer, but not on this one. Spot the station. Well, let's see if we can spot it. Maybe and maybe not. No, you can't spot it, you all. Somebody got the tracker? Gina, nope, we don't got the tracker. I mean, it's right here. Let's see what it's all you got. But we have no visual. We have no visual of where it's at right now. It's just like stuck right there. I wish we could get it, you all. I'm not able to see it anymore because I lost it. You lost it, Gina. The tracker map. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not. I just got to go back to this thing right here, you all. These are some kind of, I wonder if they're still there. I really do wonder if they're still over there. Because sometimes when the ISS tracker goes over certain areas, it loses its feed and you can't see it no more. It like goes black. They say they're having technical difficulties or they needed to take pictures or something and you're not able to see them. They do it mainly over Russia and they do it over the, where do they do it over? The Cthulhu, they do it over the... Let me bring up this Google Maps. This is one place that they hide the tracker when it comes over a certain area. Let me see if we can find it. Like this Point Nemo. Let's go to Point Nemo. Right here. This is where it's the most remote place on the earth. It's where they say they're gonna... This is where Cthulhu's at. Right in this area. It's where they're going to crash the ISS when it reaches the end of its commission. They're going to make it go straight down into the ocean in this one spot. Because it's like a graveyard. It's the deadest place on earth or something like that. Where Cthulhu is at. Now, I don't know if you've heard the story of Cthulhu. Have you heard the story of Cthulhu? And Point Nemo. So and people think that this is a joke, but it's not a joke. Point Nemo and CTHUHULU. It'll pull it up, you all. It's like Riley. Like if you look at this, it is they're trying to tell you it's a fictional lost city that was mentioned by Lovecraft. The Call of Cthulhu, they say they're bringing him back. But it's a sunken city in the South Pacific, and it's the prison of the entity called Cthulhu. Right there, right there. But we have that, and yet we have Point Nemo. It's Earth's, look, it's the most remote place on the earth. It's like right here. More than 1,000 miles from civilization in all directions, Point Nemo is unlike any other place in the world. 1,000 miles. And this is where it's located. It's like right there. And you see nothing but cloud cover right now. But what if they are trying to waken him up? Really, what if they are? Let's see what else they said. It's referred to as the middle of nowhere. The scientists have actually figured out precisely where that point was, Point Nemo. It's like Finding Nemo. Remember Finding Nemo? Like, why did you have to do a cartoon about Finding Nemo? And surely, it wasn't about Finding Nemo, the fish. You know it wasn't. There's no way Finding Nemo was about a fish. Well, Cthulhu was like a fish, really. Like an aquatic thing. So, you think they're talking about this right here? I don't think so. I think they're talking about CTHULHU, Cthulhu. That's who I think they're talking about. And these are not very good images at all. Like Finding Nemo. They want to find the spot where he's at. Look at that. And you've seen that figure in like the Pirates of the Caribbean with this like here on his face. And it's monstrous. They say that he can turn himself into a bird or a man. This giant being can do that. And how's it go? Cthulhu, and there was some other thing they set out to defeat Cthulhu, some other monster, the Kraken. It was the Kraken. The Kraken and Cthulhu, one of them opened up the belly and something happened. I don't know if they became, one's under the control of the other, is what it is. And they bring about a fierce windstorms and stuff like that, you all. It's very horrific. You don't want to awaken the beast, or you could say like the Leviathan from the Bible. You don't want to awaken it, but it's monstrous. It's kind of scary, you all. Gina, how did you get from the UFOs floating around in the sky, the glowing UFOs in the Indian Ocean, and now you're on Cthulhu in the Point Nemo? Because I couldn't find the ISS tracker. And I wanted to see the Point Nemo, the Riley, where they say he's fictional. He's not fictional. There's no way he's fictional. They don't want to let the people know. So this is why they really don't go into the ocean. This is like his graveyard down there. He's like imprisoned inside the ocean. But somebody probably let him out. They probably did. You're going to give a stick and poke it? That's what he said. They said, release the Kraken. And they said it on Forrest Gump too. See, look at the old satellites. They got wings. They could fly. Look at that. Cthulhu and Nemo have a child. Why did they do that? Alien Nemo. What kind of boat is that? An alien found Nemo. Why did they do this? Why did they do that? I think it's connected to Cthulhu. Did he look in the abyss? Point Nemo. This is a little strange. It really is. It's in the sky. Okay, look, it looks like the tornado thing. Wait a minute. Now let's think about this. The movie, we've just seen it. Nope. The movie Nope. It's this thing up there in the sky, and it kind of sort of looked like that with some kind of tentacles like that flying around in the sky. It did. But then it looked like tornado-like things. See, it could be up there and you wouldn't even know it. Some kind of aquatic-like creature. And that's what they were alluring to, is like gliding through the clouds up there. And you can't look at it. You cannot. In the movie Nope, you cannot look at it at all. See that? See those tentacles right there? Okay, let's look at that tentacles right there. And let me bring this back to me, because I wanted to bring up the... What did you want to bring up, Gina? I wanted to bring up the squid. I did. I wanted to see the squid. Because the squid at the Hawaii observatories, it had tentacles all on it. And it kind of looked like those. I'm going to get close to it. I'm getting closer. I've got to go through all these things right here. But I'm getting close to her. Where is the Cthulhu? We kind of get closer. The squid in the sky. Okay, see this right here? This is the observatory. So you know that these things right here had to come apart. It was twirling around in the sky is what it was doing. Twirling around, and it took on different shapes. Look at it. Now, what if this whole body part could open up and it would look like something like that? Even though it's got these big long tentacles like octopus things. Because this thing had octopus things like suction cups at the end of it. It did. He's got an eye right here. See that big eyeball like that? Really think about that. You could have Cthulhu flying around in the sky. You really could. And eating up stuff. Because it's his... Does that not look like suction cups? Like an octopus? It really does. Just think about it. And then you got Cthulhu. Of course, somebody would say this is it's make-believe. Well, what about that movie Nope? Why did they make that movie Nope with something flying around in the sky? And you know there's like a... Just face it. There's some kind of a dark... There's some kind of... Something doesn't feel right in the air. Something doesn't feel like in the atmosphere. It's like a deadening, a deafness, an eeriness, a emptiness, a void. It feels like there's something out there lurking. In the sky is what it seems like. It's just lurking. And it's like this. But it's not just these things flying around. It's not just these, because these things are flying around too. But then you got that. There's too many things up there. Way too many things Look how massive it is. And they want to convince you that, that's a normal cloud. That is an absolute normal cloud. It may look like an aquatic animal up there in the sky, but it's not. It's not. Those may look like suction cups, like an octopus. Gina, can you bring up an octopus? Yeah, I can bring up an octopus. You're going to do it. You're going to look at the octopus suction cups. You see them right there? See, look at them. See what an octopus has? The suction cups on them. Look at the eyeball right there. Okay, just look at this. Okay, you see it? See its eyeball? You can see it. Okay. And this thing in the sky, well, it's got an eyeball too, and it's got the suction cups on it. If this thing would have sprawled its tentacles out, it would have looked like, say, an octopus, which more than likely would have looked like something like this. Well, how come octopuses, they could have wings on them, I guess, like something flying around, and they can make their, whatever this stuff is they got you all. This is like, no. This could be out there flying around in the sky, because what if there's water up there in the sky? They say there's water as above, so below. But suction cups on it, just like this and just like this in Hawaii. When did we find this in Hawaii? Let's see the timestamp, because it's massive. Look how massive it is. Look how much of the sky it takes up. It looked like its eyeball right there. It takes up that much of the sky. And look how this would take up that much too. What if there's more than one of these creatures? One of these things? What if there is? Gina, what are you doing? I'm trying to find the timestamp to when it... Okay. It started to appear 9:42. I don't even have the date. Okay, it's... Was this in... This was this year! Surely this was not this year in March? Was that in March of this year when that occurred? I think it was. I think it was March of this year. It was March the 6th. It occurred in the sky. Time is going by way, way, way too fast, but it really does look like there's suction cups. Like the octopus. Like right there. These are in the sky too. The tentacles. You got this thing. And Finding Nemo ain't all that it was cracked up to be. It isn't. They wanted to release the Kraken. Is the Kraken released? Why did she release it? Seattle Kraken makes its NHL debut with players and fun nicknames. We released the Kraken, Clash of the Titans. The Kraken wasn't real at all. It's really real. It's a catchphrase. Why are they calling for it? They want to release it. But it's Cthulhu. Is it Cthulhu? We got a playlist on here, you all. On this YouTube channel. And it's on the, we got the Kraken on here too. If I was to come over to the YouTube, we get the Kraken on the YouTube channel. The Kraken, let me find it, you all. Are we over here? Are you with me? See the Kraken. Kraken. See it right here. The Kraken and Cthulhu. This is really wild because I went to the Goodwill. Okay, look at this. I went to the Goodwill and I had been showing the Kraken on the YouTube channel. And that book was at the Goodwill. It was at the Goodwill. Why would that book show itself on the bookshelf? This is 11 months ago. Oh, Gina, what did you got going on? Okay, let me touch it. The Kraken and Cthulhu, they're two ancient beings of old. SpongeBob and the Kraken and Cthulhu living under the sea. And we got Point Nemo. This thing is doing all kinds of stuff. Gina, we don't want to dance with you right now. You need to get off of there, you all. I need to quit touching the screen. I really do, because the touch screen is not good when you want to do this like this. The Kraken. Okay, let me do it. I'm not going to touch it. Is it rising from the depths of the Pacific Ocean? Okay, that was the end of them. 11 months ago. It's under the sea. The Kraken. And it showed up at the Goodwill. Let me see this. I haven't seen that in a long time. Let me see this, you all. We want to see the book that showed up at the Goodwill. Flip it and skip it. Let me see the tentacles of it. With my friend, the Kraken showed up in the children's book section. The Kraken's not my friend, okay? It isn't. But we were showing it on the YouTube channel. And I don't think it was just a coincidence. It wasn't. What are you trying to say, Gina?
Kraken and Cthulhu. Cthulhu and the Kraken. And it shows up at the Goodwill as I walk by the children's book, seeing about the children's book. Look at the back of it, right here. Troubled waters. Look at the back of it. Cryptids. They appear in myths, but could creatures like the Kraken and the Loch Ness Monster really exist? That's Travis's wolf's obsession. He'll travel to the ends of the earth in search of proof. Troubled waters. I was shocked, you all. I was. Seeing this book right here in the children's book section. And the main reason I was shocked is because of the subject matter that we've been talking about for the past few days. The Cthulhu and the Kraken. This is not a coincidence, you all. It's not. Because you would have to ask your chances. You'd have to ask yourself the question, how coincidental would that be? Just mere coincidental? No. I don't believe in coincidences. I don't. I believe that book was put there somehow, some way, right there in the middle of the children's section. That book about the tentacles, and it's talking about the Kraken. The Kraken and the Loch Ness Monster. That's why I'm holding that book up.
Okay, that's why I was holding that book up.
I went to the Goodwill.
Okay, I'm done with that, you all. There's something to it. There is. Something to it. Something going on. Gina, what were you've been all over the place tonight. No, I really haven't been all over the place. I was showing these pictures of these right here around the Indian Ocean. And I can't find the ISS tracker. They were trying to say that these were lightning strikes, and they're not lightning strikes. They're ships that are showing up, and they're massive. It's like you see the great big clouds that glow above in the sky, and they can get super bright. You got that. And then you got things like you got this. This looks like some kind of aquatic animal like this right here. You got that it looked like it has suction cups. So that's not a UFO. That's some kind of other being up there in the sky. And then you got this like Cthulhu, like Kraken thing. And you know it's got suction cups because it looked like an octopus. If it came from the ocean water, I'm sure it's got this going on. Just like this. So we just don't got UFOs. We don't. We got some kind of beings up there in the sky. Just jumping from cloud to cloud, cloaked in the clouds. And I know it sounds really strange, but It's kind of like that movie was about too, the Nope movie. I mean, you could see like a flying saucer or something, like some kind of flying object, but then at one point it like spread itself out. It literally spread itself out in that movie, and it had stuff like this that came out, like big old ribbony things. And it sucked the people up and stuff in it, and it spit them out. It's like kind of gross. It really was gross. Yeah. It's a spitting image of a squid. Mmm. Yeah. See, that's that and this. And you don't hear nothing about it. I'd like to see it on the news. Maybe one day we will see it on the news, really. Because I'm sure it didn't just disappear. It wasn't just a one-time phenomenon up there in the sky, because that thing was twirling and twirling and twirling and twirling and twirling around. Do you got a video of it, Gina? I might have a video of it. Let me see the squid. SQUID. Do you got the twirling of the squid? No. I got some kind of cachet. What is this cachet? I got it twirling around. This is, I don't even got any, I don't know what happened to them. What am I doing with those, you all? Gina, you don't got no Hawaii squid? I guess I don't. I don't. Maybe I got something in the observatories? Psh, nope. I don't. I don't. Yeah, this is kind of wild. It really is. There's all kinds of things up there in the sky. And then if you add into it Chinese balloons, sure, it was a Chinese balloon you're shooting down. No. And that movie, Nope, it kind of looked like a big balloon at one point. It really did. It was like super, super big, a big balloon like thing, but then it kept changing its shape is what it did. It just kept changing it and changing it and changing it, you all. So, yeah. I'm going to be going, y'all, because I am up here and I am sweating. Sweating a little bit too much right now. There's something going on. There's more than one something, and they're not telling us about everything that's going on. They're not even telling us one thing. They're not even being completely honest about even just one type of UFO or one type of UAP or one type of whatever they want to call it being up there in the sky. They're not giving any definitive answers at all. They're not. So I am going to go. I am. And with that being said, thank you for tuning in. And hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, you all. And good night.